You made a fool out of me, Smith. Sending me on that wild goose chase after Daniels and then walking out of here in my uniform.
Oh, leave me alone.
I suppose you thought it wouldn't matter, that you wouldn't be coming back. But you are back, Smith, aren't you?
Look, you're not going to get a fight out of me.
You've had it with the women, Smith. And with me.
Then why are you here? Come to bash me?
You'll keep, Smith. I can be very patient.
Carol, find John Barker's card, please. I need the name of the vicar and the phone number of the church he's associated with.
She needn't do that. I've already checked with the local parish. John Barker left for Africa a month ago to work as a missionary.
Oh, well, in that case, just notify the police.
I've already done that. They're on their way. Well, well, well. What have we got here? You're not only a lagger and a thief, but you're stupid too. I've got all the proof I want now, haven't I, Wrinkles?
Oh, what do you want about?
There's only two people in this prison who knew about that hiding place. Me and the person who stole my money. I knew that if I waited long enough and was patient, I'd catch you at it, Smith. Well, get this, lady. Nobody steals from Noel and Mackenzie and gets away with it, ever.
I didn't think you'd ever do that to the women, Bea.
Of course I did it. Mackenzie's done so much dealing with the freak, I couldn't remember what side she was on.
Well, you're going to get a little reminder.
Oh, fair go. Leave her alone.
Keep out of this, Lizzie.
Where the hell do you think you're going, Birdsworth?
In the library, bashed.
What are you talking
One
about?
of the women being bashed in the library.
Get down to the next floor and get Officer O'Shea. And Birdsworth, don't run. You might have another heart attack. Getting a bit of exercise, are we?
You could say that.
Oh, I'll have to, won't I? Especially if the governor asks. But then I can just say you and your cronies were on recreation period.
Fair enough.
Go back through the toilet block. Birdsworth and Officer O'Shea are on their way up the stairs. Make sure Birdsworth keeps her mouth shut. Get up, Smith. Get up, Smith!
I don't really like to make my dinner.
Shut up, Smith! Now get on your feet and get to the sister. Get up, Smith.
Oh!
So that's your great B Smith for you. Throws a weight around, then pinches stuff behind your back. Top dog. Top bloody bitch, I'd reckon.
Did she take the dope, Nola?
Of course not. As soon as I heard she was coming back, I hid it in a safer place.
Bit rough, I reckon.
All right for those who suck up to her. Hey, Daniels?
Bee's all right?
Yeah. For a thieving bitch, she's great.
I don't know, it's just not like her.
You've got to face it, Daniels. She pinched that can of hair colour from Phyllis and over $200 from me just so she could go on a joyride to Sydney. Some bloody mate.
Bee's a better mate than you'll ever be any day. She knows what friendship is. That's why she pinched your dough and not mine or Maxie's.
Only because you haven't got that sort of money.
And neither would you have if you hadn't been dealing with screws. That's why she pinched your dough. You're nothing but a screw's pet dog. Hadn't even got the guts to stand up to her by yourself. You had to call in some of your heavies to help you.
I don't need anybody, Wrinkles.
Get your hands off her, Nola. No one gets away with bashing old ladies in here.
Who's old?
Yeah, leave her, Nola. She's harmless.
Who's bashing? It's just a friendly warning.
Birdsworth, Mrs. Powell wants you.
Don't you let anything slip, Wrinkles, because if you do, it won't be you who gets the bashing, it'll be your little mate, Maxie.
You wouldn't dare.
What's going on, Mackenzie?
Oh, nothing, Miss Ferguson. Everything's fine, just fine. Isn't it, Lizzie?
No, Birdsworth. I am going to get to the bottom of this.
I didn't see anything, Mrs. Powell.
You told Miss Ferguson that a prisoner was being attacked in the library. Now, how did you know that if you weren't there?
I was in the corridor and I heard somebody yelling,
Who?
that's all. I don't know, I just heard it, so I rushed to find a screw. Sorry, officer.
You were coming from the direction of the library, Birdsworth.
Yeah, so I thought I'd better check it out before I raised the alarm.
So you did look in the library?
Yeah. No, well, I suppose so. But I didn't see anyone. I just saw a stash going on, so I rushed to get help.
Oh, come on. I thought Smith was a friend of yours. Don't you want to see her attackers punished?
Of course I do. But I'm sorry, I can't help.
All right. Wait outside. Miss Ferguson will take you back in a few minutes.
Mrs. Powell,
What?
can I visit Bea?
All right, but later. Now wait outside. So, the Phantom Basher strikes again.
Certainly looks like it. I don't think Smith would win any popularity poll at the moment.
Do you think Mackenzie had anything to do with it?
Now, there's no love lost between those two, but I don't know how we could prove it.
All right. I want Mackenzie taken out of the laundry for a few days until this quietens down. Take her out to the garden.
Right.
That's all.
Morning, ladies. Mrs. Powell in?
Yeah, she is, but she's very busy at the moment, Judy.
Oh, that's okay. I don't mind waiting.
Well, she's got a really full day ahead of her. Could be waiting ages.
Oh, no trouble, I hope.
Just a minute. Stand on the white line over there, please.
Oh, there's an oppressiveness in the air. An atmosphere of heartache, despair.
Yes, well, just stand on the white line, please.
You have an aura of understanding and compassion.
Your name is Zara Moonbeam? Is that correct?
Yes,
It's ridiculous. This is the name you were charged under.
of course, that's my name.
Zara Moonbeam. You are charged with obtaining money by fraud and are remanded in custody until your trial. Is that correct?
Yes.
Follow me. Please give me your bag and take off all your jewellery. Do you have any other aliases?
How do you mean?
Well, you may as well tell us now. I mean, the police will check up on you through your fingerprints. I mean, Moonbeam is obviously not your real name.
Of course it is. I changed my earthborn name by deed poll.
Earring. And that. Hand it over.
Oh, no, that's not jewellery. That's my ankh. It protects me from evil.
You'll get all the protection you need right here. Now, would you just give it to me, please? Mrs. Sharp, take her into the showers, please. Strip her. Good grief. going to have the cells padded for this one.
Well, it takes all kinds, doesn't it?
Obviously, yes. Listen, Judy, I really don't think you're going to be able to see Mrs. Powell today.
Oh, all right. I won't hang around. I just wanted to say to her that the tattooist is available whenever she wants him.
Oh, right. Well, I'll pass the message on. Look, why don't you get him to ring the department? Because they're going to have to give the final approval.
Okay. I'll leave you to it, huh? Good luck with the Wicked Witch of the West.
Zara Moonbeam.
Hi, Mr. O'Shea.
I need this.
What's up?
We've just admitted a new prisoner by the name of Zara Moonbeam, would you believe?
You're joking.
I wish I were. She's away with the fairies. Oh, and the police have just arrived with the dogs.
Oh, well, look, I've finished here. I may as well show them around.
No, it's all right. Officer Barfield and Hall are with them in D block at the moment. I'll join them after this break.
Listen, Meg, I've just had to adjust the rosters. I need your opinion on this overtime, okay?
Right, I'll get it.
Staff room. Speaking. Oh, wonderful. Where are you? Yeah. Well, what flight are you on? I'll meet you at the airport. Oh. Well, all right. No. Oh, it'll be lovely to see you. Yeah, right. Bye.
Okay, great, thanks. Look, if you need me, I'll be with B. Smith in the hospital.
Mrs. Powell, look, I know it's short notice, but I wonder if I could have a few days off. That was my father.
Well, I'm not sure.
Well, it's just that I haven't seen him for ages.
Look, I'll check the rosters and see what I can do.
Fine. Thank you.
Morning, Smith.
Morning, Mrs. Powell. And no, I didn't get the number of the truck that hit me.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Swinging the lid, I shouldn't even be in here at all.
Now, would this have anything to do with our resident drug runner?
Drugs? What drugs?
Come on, I think we've known each other too long for that. Why don't you help us break the trade? You have worked with us before.
Oh, yeah. That was that brilliant plan to get rid of Ferguson, wasn't it? Worked really well, didn't it? Gave me a great deal of confidence in the official way of handling things.
You are more than aware of the harm hard drugs do. Do you want to see another inmate die of an overdose?
No, I don't.
Then help us find out how these drugs are getting in.
Oh.
Come in.
You said I could visit B, Mrs. Powell.
Yes, all right. Thanks, Mrs. O'Shea. It's to be 5 minutes only, Birdsworth. You think about what I said. It's the only way.
How are you, B?
Oh, Olive.
I've been so worried about you, love.
Yeah, well, it takes more than Mackenzie and the freak to put me down.
The freak? Was she in it too?
Yeah. She let Mackenzie and her goons go. Even told him to hide out in the loo for a while.
The bloody rotten lousy
How'd the women take it?
Oh, they weren't too happy about you nicking her money.
Oh, no. At the time, there was no other way.
I know, love. Taking money from her doesn't count.
Is she still flogging dope around?
Yeah, but she must have it stashed away real well. The coppers brought the dog squad in, and even they couldn't sniff it out.
She still got it then?
Yeah, but not for long. I'll find it, don't you worry.
No, you keep out of it, Lizzie.
Oh, no way. Mackenzie's not going to bash up my mate.
The freak's in it too.
I know, but I'll be careful. Don't you worry.
Have your lunch break if you like. I'll take over. Well, how does it feel to be on B. Smith's throne?
Feel a damn sight better if I could get some trading goods in. The supply I've got isn't going to last for long.
Yeah, but don't try the preacher trick again. It was cute, but too easily detected.
Yeah, thanks to Smith.
Not at all. I spotted it a mile off. All I had to do was ring the local vicar and check his identity.
You?
Of course. I told you I'd come down on the dope if things started to get too hot. At least I get the credit for nabbing him, even though he wasn't carrying anything. What did he give you, by the way?
You don't expect me to tell you, do you? You always are out for number one, aren't you?
That's probably why you and I get on so well together, Mackenzie.
Hey, Lizzie, come and sit here. I got your lunch. Come and meet the new girl. She's a real hoot.
Come off it. You mean to say this bloke you were supposed to be talking to had been dead for 400 years?
There's no such thing as death. His spirit's simply passed on to another plane.
Yeah, was it a jumbo or a DC-10?
The spirit is eternal. It has no concept of time.
Yeah, well, it would if it was in here.
Oh, I don't believe in all that stuff.
How can you not believe? I mean, don't you believe that the sun rises every morning? That spring follows after every winter?
Flowers come from a tiny little seed.
It's just the way things are.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't reckon it pays to muck around with things like that.
Zara, this is Lizzie. Her name's Zara Moonbeam.
How'd you get stuck with a name like that, love?
It's my spiritual name. It was given to me by one of my spirit guides.
Hey, Zara, can you tell fortunes and stuff?
I'm more receptive to messages from beyond, but I do have limited sight.
You'll have to lend her your glasses, Lizzie. I'll give her a go. I wouldn't mind having my fortune told. What do you use, Zara? Crystal ball?
I usually use palms. Or the cards.
Yeah? Beauty. Got a pack in me cell. I'll give them to you later and you can do some of your tricks.
God, you lot of gullible.
Well, who's to say she hasn't got some weird power?
I do have the gift.
Yeah, the gift of the gab. What are you doing in here, then?
Don't you tell her anything, love. You don't have to. We can believe anything we like. Mackenzie.
There's a dark cloud follows that woman. Death follows her from afar.
Yeah, sure. Look, her picture was all over the papers a couple of months ago. That's how you knew that.
Yeah.
You sent for me, Mrs. Pearl?
Yes, come in. Look, Joan, it's about your request for time off. I'm sorry, but it's a bit difficult at the moment. Hall and Ward, they're due to go on annual leave at the end of the week, so it's going to leave us rather short-handed. Especially as I've had to take over from Mrs. Davidson.
Of course, I understand.
I take it you haven't seen your father for some time?
No, he retired to a property outside Forbes, and it's a little bit far for regular visits.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'll certainly arrange the roster so that you don't have any overtime while he's here.
Thank you. I'd appreciate some time with him. Mrs. Powell, I know it's a little irregular, but there would be any possibility of my father inspecting the prison while he's here?
Inspecting?
Oh, I don't mean anything official. Just a look around.
Well, I don't know. The women might object, and I certainly don't want them to think they're on public display.
I wouldn't have thought that would be a consideration.
Well, it is at the moment. I don't want to make waves.
Look, he's not just anybody. He is a retired army major, and he takes an active interest in community affairs.
And he is your father. Leave it with me. I'll see what I can do, okay?
Thank you.
Are you sure these are your cards?
Well, sure, I'm sure. Brand new pack, hardly touched them.
Keep getting information about a much older woman. There's a presence in these cards. The initials E, J, B.
That's my name. Elizabeth Josephine Birdsworth.
You've used this pack, haven't you?
Oh, of course. I only used them last night.
True. How did she know that?
Forget it. She's pulling your leg.
No, fair dinkum, I didn't know Lizzie had him myself till just before.
It's all bull dust. I heard Miss Powell tell Miss Barfield in the corridor. She's in here for fraud. She conned some clown into paying her for a phony seance.
Is that right, Zara?
Well, it was just a mistake. I had this client, he was a widower, he was trying to get in touch with his wife. I was just trying to help him.
What happened?
Well, I'd had sessions with him before.
I bet you had.
I could get in touch with other members of his family, but I couldn't get in touch with his wife. He was desperate to get her approval. He wanted to marry his secretary.
God, he sounds a bit screwed up too.
Yeah, so is his secretary.
And all of a sudden I had a bad phase. Oh, the planets were all out of line and I lost the sight.
I told you you'd go blind.
So I did a phony seance. Just to give him the answer he'd wanted.
What did you do?
Oh, I did lightning and I had a machine to send vibrations through the table. It was all going okay, and then all of a sudden he got suspicious and turned the light on.
And there, under the table, was his secretary with the vibrator.
What the hell's going on in here? What are you doing here, Moonlight, or whatever your stupid name is?
Moonbeam. Zara Moonbeam.
Get out. You're not rostered in here. You want to work, you've got to get permission. Give me those cards, Daniels.
Oh,
Give them to me. The rest of you get back to work. You, stop right there. Now, you're new here, and you've obviously never been in prison before. But you're going to learn very quickly that you don't just wander around as you like.
My body might be behind bars, but my spirit is free.
Oh, is that so? Well, then we'd better tie you down in case you start floating around your cell.
Oh, you have an order of repressed guilt and aggression.
Don't give me any of your rubbish or you'll be sorry, understand?
Yes.
Miss Ferguson.
Yes, Miss Ferguson.
Right. Now get to your cell and don't let me catch you at any of your cheap circus tricks again.
I don't care what you say. There's something about her. Something funny about her eyes.
Suit yourself, but I reckon she's a phony.
Yeah, trust the freak to break up the party, but just when it was getting interesting. Here you go, Laney. This'll keep you busy for a while. Hey, did you get a deal from Nola at lunchtime?
Yeah, gave her the dough, and she's going to give me the stuff after work.
You'll trust him.
I don't reckon she'll pike.
Hey, Nola's still selling dope. Laney's getting some more stuff from her after.
Bloody hell. I wonder where she's hiding the stuff.
Oh, beats me. Screws hadn't found and they've pulled the joint apart 3 times. I'll keep my ear to the ground for you if you like.
I told you to keep out of it.
Suit yourself. But I reckon you're going to need some help. Because Nola knows you're a mate of bees and she's not going to trust you an inch.
Righto. You can help. You can buy me some dope.
Hello, Driscoll House?
Is that Judy Bryant?
Hello? Hey, Alan, will you keep it down in there? I'm trying to talk on the phone. Sorry, hello?
Judy, it's Denise. Denise Tyler.
Huh?
You helped me out at the supermarket the other day.
Oh, sure. How are you?
You said I could phone you that if ever I needed any help from you.
Yeah, that's right. What's happened?
I've been arrested.
Oh, God, you weren't stupid enough to go back to the same place now, were you?
No, another one.
Well, where are you now?
Well, I'm at Wentworth West Police Station.
Right. Have you got a lawyer?
No, I can't afford one.
Honey, just don't panic and stay put. I'll be there in a minute, okay?
Thank you.
Well, she took the dough, but she reckons she can't get it to me till tomorrow.
Tomorrow? That's no bloody good. Why didn't you ask her for it straight away?
Oh, I did. But she reckons she can't get it to me till tomorrow lunchtime at the earliest.
Ah. That's why the police dogs couldn't find it.
What do you mean?
Well, she can't get it till after her next work period. And where is she working?
In the garden.
And that's where she's hidden it. Shh, sisters.
Leave it to me. Oh, for God's sake, Lizzie, will you get off me back? You're driving me mad.
Mrs. M, do you reckon I could go and see Bea?
What's all that about?
Oh, I don't know. She's just a dumb little kid. What about me visit?
Well, I'll have to ask Mrs. Powell.
Or she let me go in before I could take Bea's dinner to her, and then I could hang about for a few minutes.
All right.
Thank you, Mrs. M. G'day, Bea. I brought you your tea.
Terrific. I thought you wanted me to get better.
How are you now, love?
Oh, I feel fine. I shouldn't even be in here. What's the word, Mrs. M?
I've no idea, Bea. You'll have to ask the sister. Lizzie, I'll be back for you in 5 minutes.
All right, Mrs. M, thank you. How are you really feeling, love?
A bit sore. I don't want the screws to hear it, though. I want to get out of this room. It's driving me mad.
I reckon I know where Nola's dope is stashed.
Yeah, where?
In the garden. She was out there all day yesterday, and the cops brought the dog squad in. They went right through the building. I reckon she's buried it.
Okay, we'll just forget about it until I get out of here.
No way. I'm getting myself put on gardening duty tomorrow, and I'm going to have a good little poke around.
Now, Lizzie, do as you're told. Just keep away.
Oh, got a visitor, have you? I want to take your temperature. Let me do it before you eat that hot food.
You've got to be kidding. That food will take my temperature down, if anything. Hey, sister, when am I getting out of here? I feel fine. What?
You're getting out of here when that doesn't hurt you anymore. You were lucky your ribs weren't broken.
Yeah, well, I've got plenty of padding, haven't I?
Don't talk, please.
You just take it easy. We'll get by until you get out of here.
Mum and Dad are in Adelaide. Not that they could help much anyway. Dad got retrenched last year and hasn't been able to find a job since.
What about your husband?
What about?
I mean, surely he pays your maintenance.
Even if I knew where he is, I couldn't get anything out of him. He's got no money.
So you're surviving on the pension?
Get off me, will ya? Shut your face, rat!
That's Gary!
Rat! Rat! Rat!
How dare you? He's your own brother!
Slow in the
along there. The show's over, isn't it? Is he all right?
Oh, I think so.
Well, let's get him inside, huh?
Can you walk, love?
Yeah.
Poor little thing.
You'll be all right, darling. So, go and sit down quietly for a while, love. Sit down.
Thanks.
I can't offer you any tea or coffee, I'm afraid. They turned the electricity off.
Well, that explains the mood lighting. Have you seen the Social Security people?
I'm on the maximum benefit now, but it just never seems to go far enough. Food gets more expensive every day, and we've got to eat. I'm already behind with the rent. There's no power. They've repossessed everything I had on HP, and now Gary's getting more and more uncontrollable.
Does this sort of thing happen often?
He's always picking on Russ. I just can't cope with him sometimes. He takes after his dad.
Huh. Was he violent?
John's answer to anything that he didn't like was to use his fists. And now Gary's turning out just the same.
Well, madam, I think the first thing we have to do is get you a decent meal, and then sit down and try and work out some way to solve your problems. How about coming over to Driscoll House for a feed?
Oh, thanks, Judy, but I can't leave the flat. God only knows where Gary's run off to, and I can't walk out on him. He mightn't be back until midnight.
Yeah, sure. So, how are you feeling?
I told you I'm all right.
All right, all right. Listen, is there a pizza parlor around here somewhere?
Yeah.
Do you like pizza?
Yeah.
Good. What I'd like you to do is to take this money, go down to the pizza parlor and get the biggest pizza they've got. Enough for everyone, okay?
Oh, no, Judy,
Come on here. I'm starving. I hate to eat alone. There you go, honey.
Gee, thanks.
You're welcome.
And make sure you bring the change back.
Jones, Brody and Daniels to the workshop. Laundry, Fisher, Martin, Kennedy, Hunt, Dobson, Birdsworth and Murray. Kitchen duty, Dempster and Brent. Mackenzie, you're working in the garden. Right, everybody, move on, please. Bad cough you've got there, Lizzie?
Yeah, came on me yesterday in the laundry.
Do you want to see the sister?
Oh, no, I'll be all right, Mrs. M. Just the steam the laundry makes me cough, and I was wondering maybe I could get out in the garden for a bit. Might do me good.
I don't think there's much you can do out there.
Well, I was going to volunteer for the kitchen, and the heat in there gets to me too.
All right. Maxine, take over from Lizzie in the laundry, will you?
Thanks, Mrs. M.
Sure, Mrs. M. I don't know how you get away with it sometimes.
Because I'm a bloody good actress, that's how.
Yeah? You might have fooled Mrs. M, but Nola's going to be right on to you.
No, she won't. I can handle her.
Just be careful.
All right, Wrinkles, what's the game?
I don't know what you're talking about.
How come you've suddenly developed this interest in gardening?
I thought I'd like to get a bit of fresh air.
Yeah, sure.
Rack off, Nola. I don't want to be bloody well talking to you.
That suits me fine. Just fine.
What do you think you're doing? I'm watering the garden. What's it look like?
You don't water weeds, you idiot.
They're not weeds. They're lettuce gone to seed.
Oh, what's wrong?
Oh, she's carrying on just because I'm watering the garden, Mrs. B.
Oh, stop bickering, you two. Now, look, get back to work, Mackenzie. Go on.
They're weeds.
Lizzie, wouldn't it make more sense to water after you've finished? Then you won't get covered in mud.
Oh, yeah. I reckon you could be right.
Yeah.
The supply requisitions for the past month.
Oh, thanks. Look, just put them down there if you can find a space.
Oh, and the tattooist has arrived?
What?
The tattooist who's going to do the removal program is in reception.
Oh, well, I love the way the department lets you know about this sort of thing. I thought it'd take them weeks to arrange something.
Well, Judy Bryant's been pressuring them. I dare say that's helped them hurry along.
Yeah. Well, I wish I had that effect. Perhaps Bryant should be our next governor. Damn it, I did have a list. Oh, here it is. There. Where's he setting up shop? In the examination room?
Oh, I thought the rec room. There's quite a few women involved, and Sister Kelly will be with them.
Okay, great. Look, can I leave it with you? I'm a bit snowed under at the moment.
Maxine Daniels. Surprised her name's on the list. I thought she was quite attached to her tattoos.
If she's put her name down, she can damn well get unattached.
Okay.
Hey, come on, Maxie, you're falling behind.
Oh, sorry, Phil. Hey, listen. You haven't got any deals off Nola lately, have you?
No, I haven't got any dough till my sister comes to visit me next week. Why?
Oh, nothing. Just wondering. Beats me how she keeps it hidden from the screws. You wouldn't know where she stashes it, would you?
No, and I don't want to know. As long as she's got it, that's good enough for me.
All right, Hunt, Daniels and Dobson to the rec room, please.
Oh, well, what form is this in?
The tattooist is here to start the removal program.
Already?
Well, you see, I reckon I've had second thoughts about that, Mrs. N.
You can't keep chopping and changing, Maxine. Now, you said you wanted it done, and the department has gone out of its way to get someone in.
Yeah, I know, but it's...
Oh, come on, Maxine. Now, you don't want to go through your life looking like a walking comic book, do you?
No, well, I don't want to be scarred either.
Well, the scars will fade in a year or so.
Come on, Maxie, you can't back out now.
Oh, right, I suppose. Hey, Phil. I didn't know you had a tattoo.
Well, Maxie, it's in a very personal place. You and I have never been that close.
That spray will do them the world of good, Lizzie. Really will.
Mrs. Morris, I've been thinking. I don't really want to lose me tats.
Oh, Maxine, we've been through all this before. Why did you put your name down in the first place?
Not going to hurt any more than the first time you had them done.
Oh, it's not that. It's just that, well, I really like them, see, and I haven't got any hang-ups like Lainey has.
Oh, Lainey, you're not going to be able to get these done now. Your arm's simply in any condition to take it.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Oh, geez, that's a botched-up job if ever I saw.
You can't work on these, can you?
No, I wouldn't touch him. But you're going to need at least another week till they're healed properly, love.
Can you start on one of the others?
Well, let's have a look. Oh, yeah, that's better. We'll make a start on one of them.
How's it going?
Well, we're just about to start. Mitch Wallace, this is Mrs. Powell, our acting governor.
Pleased to meet you.
Hello. Does this method really work?
Oh, sure. I mean, it takes a while before they're gone completely, but beats the hell out of amputation.
How does it work?
Well, you go over the artwork with tannic acid and peroxide, and then you go over the top with silver nitrate. It bleaches all the colour out.
Mrs. Powell, I changed my mind. Oh, I don't want to get rid of me tats. I got sort of attached to them, you know.
Then why did you apply for it?
Oh, Struth, I only put my name down because Jude was asking for volunteers.
Oh, that's clever. Anyone else want to drop out?
No way.
Report to work, Daniels.
Yeah, all right.
Right, here we go.
All right, you two. Time to get cleaned up for lunch.
Good.
You know, Mrs. Barry, I reckon it did me good out here this morning. I haven't coughed once.
Yeah, it does you good to get out in the fresh air every now and again, Lizzie.
Have you heard who the new governor's going to be?
Oh, I wouldn't know. It was only advertised yesterday, you know.
Oh, Fergie didn't apply, did she?
Oh, I don't know, Lizzie. And even if I did, I couldn't discuss it with you. What's the matter? Have you lost something?
Yeah. Me heart pills. I had them in me pocket.
Oh, Lizzie, are you sure?
Yeah, of course I'm sure. I must have dropped them in the garden.
Well, you better go and look for them.
Be funny if I had one of me nasty turns.
Go on. Come on, Mackenzie, inside for lunch.
Well, aren't we going to wait for her?
Birdsworth quite capable of coming in by herself. She's hardly likely to go climbing over the fence. Come on.
Oh, Mrs. M, can I take Bea and her lunch after?
Oh, come off it, Liz. You spend more time chatting to Bea than you do working.
Oh, but she never gets any visitors, and this lousy lot wouldn't go and see her. It's worse than being in the pound.
Oh, all right.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. M. You're one in a million.
Well, is it sore?
Nah, not much.
What happened, love?
The tattooist came in and removed one of my tattoos.
Yeah? Oh, let's have a look at it. Oh! Are you sure it's all right?
Yeah, sure. The scab will drop off and there'll just be a faint mark there.
How is your scab, Maxie?
Maxie chickened out.
I did not. I just don't want him to take them off, that's all.
Well, I was glad to get rid of mine. It's been an embarrassment ever since I started going out with fellas.
You haven't got a tattoo.
I haven't now.
No, she'll be walking funny for the next few days.
If you want that stuff you ordered, you can collect it from my cell after lunch.
Right.
Well, what is this, Lizzie? You suddenly become my personal maid or something?
I had to see you, Bea. I've got it.
Well, don't come near me. I don't want to catch it.
No, fair dinkum, Bea. I've got all Nola's drugs.
You silly old bugger. I told you to leave it. Now, where is it?
I hid it in the loo. I thought that was safer than leaving it around in the cell.
Does she know you've got it?
Oh, of course not. I was real crafty. She'd hidden it in the garden, so I watched her. And when she'd gone, I dug it up.
Oh, boy.
Thing is, Bea, I've got to let the screws find out without lagging.
No, you don't. They're not going to take any credit for it. Just get rid of it.
Hey?
Get rid of it. Chuck it in the loo, put it down the furnace, anything you like, just get rid of it.
What are you doing?
I'm getting out of here so I can help look after you and stop you from getting your scrawny little neck broken.
Nola won't touch me. The last time she tried, the women got up in arms against her.
Just hand me my dressing gown, will you?
Where do you think you're going?
I'm going back to my cell. There's nothing wrong with me.
Get back into bed. We'll have to go. Go on.
Bye, Bela.
Don't you forget what I said, Lizzie.
Come on, get back into bed. You're not leaving here without Mrs. Powell's permission.
Oh.
Sorry I'm late, Mrs. B. Call her nature.
It's all right, Lizzie. Did you find your pills?
Yeah. God, I'm a nana. I didn't lose them in the garden after all. I found them in my cell.
Better get back to work, Lizzie.
Yeah. Silly about your pills. But it did give you a chance to come out here and poke around by yourself, didn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the seeds I planted. I was going to grow myself a money tree, but you dug it up.
So what if I did?
So you're going to give them back.
It's only rubbish. So I chucked it away.
You'd better be joking.
I'm not joking. I flushed them down the loo. You're finished, Mackenzie.
Not me, Wrinkles. But your mate Maxie is. She's the one who's going to cop it.
She didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah? Well, where did you get the money to buy the dope with? Nobody crosses me, bird brain. Pity your mate Maxie won't be around to see it.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare.